it's Melanie. Welcome to my channel. Today starts another reading vlog, so stay tuned. So if you don't already know, I am here in New York City still. I went to b.e.a. and BookCon, and today I'm flying home. But for now, I am wandering the streets, and I decided to check out this place called Highline, where a lot of other people have said it was really cool. So I wanted to check that out before I go home, and I thought I'd take you along with me. And I don't know, it's like some kind of raised market or something, I don't know. But anyway, the reason why it's so loud is because I'm here in New York City. So let's go wander around before I have to go to the airport. So I may have been wrong about what this actually was, but it was still pretty cool. It's like a lot of pretty views from up here, so that's kind of neat. But I don't see any shops. I thought there were, but oh well. I'm just killing time anyway until I have to go to the airport. It was a nice walk at least. And there's something up ahead, so maybe, possibly, the shops people were talking about. All right, check you later. Cow, this thing was like a million times longer than I thought it was. But hey, look, I found the shops. That was a lot. I would guess well over a mile. Not sure, but that's just my guess. Okay, I'm gonna go look at these shops. Okay, so I walked the entire length of the Highline, and I had to look it up because I was like, I need to know how long that actually was. And it was 1.45 miles, or if you do kilometers, that's 2.33 kilometers, which is quite a hike. I mean, it took me a mile just to get to it. And then I've also got to walk myself back to my hotel at some point. Fun. Normally, that much walking would not bother me, but after b.e.a. and BookCon, my feet are kind of done. Guess I'm gonna walk around here, maybe find some lunch. I think this is the Chelsea Market. Well, Chelsea Market's back that way, I think, and then the meatpacking district's over here. acting a little crazy today because I have worn so much makeup and I've done so much to my hair this past week that I've decided that this week I'm not wearing any makeup. I've got my hair pulled back in a ponytail. I'm gonna be lazy because, well, as far as my skin goes, my skin needs a break from all the makeup and stuff. Like, I'm taking a break right now. I'm actually sitting in the Samsung store, which is a really cool store, and charging my phone up because I left. So I brought my backup battery with me, but I forgot to bring my cable. It is, I think, in my suitcase that's back at the hotel. So I need to charge just a little bit, and then I can head to the hotel and I guess get my bags and probably just head to the airport early. I don't know how much early though, because I don't know what time it is right now. But I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit. I thought I'd check in with you. I've really enjoyed my time here in New York. It's been a lot of fun. But I miss home. I'm ready to go home. Yeah, I am. I'm definitely ready. And I'm ready for a full night's sleep. If I don't have to do anything tomorrow in the morning, I'm literally going to sleep until I wake up. No alarm. I'm just going to sleep until I wake up, and it's going to be glorious. Alright, I guess I'm going to go for now and sit here and stare out the window or something. Bye-bye, New York. I made it! Yay! So, as you can see, I am home. It's the next day. It's now about 1:30 in the afternoon on Tuesday, June 4th. And I slept until like 11 o'clock. I literally slept for about 11 hours. It was much needed. And I probably could have slept longer. But I came home to book mail. Like, I didn't get enough books last week. But I'm gonna open this up here and show you what I got. Okay, so this ThriftBooks order came from 3 different locations. The first location was Atlanta, and this book was supposed to be in very good condition. And I got Wild Card by Marie Lou, and I don't know if y'all can actually see it here. It looks like that. I'm not so worried about the cover as I am the actual book. The book is kind of broken. It's hard to show it in the video, but yeah. I don't know what happened. It looks like it got dropped or something and got crushed there. But it's kind of done at the top too. I don't know what happened to it. But yeah, the cover's broken. I mean, other than that, it's not written in, the pages aren't messed up. It's just the cover's broken, which is a bummer because, you know, I like my books to be in good shape, and it sucks when they come messed up. And I always get the like very good or like new books, and this one was supposed to be very good. I would probably say it's good. Okay, so this next order came from Reno. So the first one here is supposed to be very good, and that is Go Set a Watchman by Harper Lee. I really enjoyed To Kill a Mockingbird, and wow, this is a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be. It's only 278 pages. I think this does meet the standards of very good. And then I got, okay, so the one that's supposed to be like new, it's supposed to look like it just came off the shelf, and there's no writing in it, doesn't look like it's ever been read, nothing. And this, there is like sticky stuff on it. It's bent. I don't know, I mean, it's dirty. It's like super dirty, scuffed up. You see that? It definitely isn't like new. This is actually a book I've been wanting for a really long time. I've had it on my wish list on Amazon for like ever, and well, saw it on ThriftBooks and decided to get it. It's The Year of Living Danishly, Uncovering the Secrets of the World's Happiest Country by Helen Russell. And ever since I went to the Netherlands, I absolutely loved it. And when I saw this book, I was just like, I need this in my life. I think it's gonna be an interesting read. On the back here it says, things I've learned in Denmark. 1, being well lit is akin to a basic human right in Denmark. 2, Danish toddlers are the luckiest creatures in all the world. 3, a snake autopsy passes for a fun day out in rural Jutland. Ditto crab racing. 4, paying an extraordinary amount of tax isn't necessarily a bad thing. 5, pastry and potatoes might just be the secret formula for happiness. And the next book was shipped from Dallas, and it was supposed to be in very good condition, and I think I would classify it as very good condition. There is some damage to it, but it's not terrible. And honestly, I can't remember why I got this book. There was some reason why I got it, because I looked for this book specifically. And for the life of me, I can't remember why. And that is Wise Blood by Flannery O'Connor. I wish I could remember, because I do remember specifically looking for this book. Maybe it was somebody I watched their video and they recommended it or something. I can't remember. This says, Wise Blood, Flannery O'Connor's astonishing and haunting first novel, is a classic of 20th century literature. It is the story of Hazel Motes, a 22-year-old caught in an unending struggle against his innate, desperate faith. He falls under the spell of a blind street preacher named Asa Hawks and his degenerate 15-year-old daughter, Lily Sabbath. In an ironic, malicious gesture of his own non-faith, and to prove himself a greater cynic than Hawks, Hazel Motes founds the Church of Christ without Christ, but is still thwarted in his efforts to lose God. He meets Enoch Emery, a young man with wise blood, who leads him to a mummified holy child, and whose crazy maneuvers are a manifestation of Hazel's existential struggles. This tale of redemption, retribution, false prophets, blindness, blindings, and wisdom gives us one of the most consuming characters in modern fiction. And I mean, it does sound interesting, but I can't for the life of me remember what made me get this book. It's only 232 pages too. It's quite small. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, this would not classify as very good, because I'm seeing that there's underlining throughout it, there's notes written in it, all throughout it. So again, I think this would probably classify as good, I think. So that's what I got from ThriftBooks. I like being able to get these books, you know, cheap, but I don't like paying for a quality that is not what I get. I feel like they should, like this should have been priced as good. They have different prices for each level of quality. So instead of paying very good, I should have paid just good. This I probably should have paid as just good, and I paid as like new. And that's what's, you know, annoying about ThriftBooks, because they actually have a set thing that tells what is expected from each level, and all of their places that they ship from should abide by those guidelines, I feel, and they don't. Okay, I also have this book, which I think is a book I pre-ordered, I believe. Yes, it is a book that I pre-ordered. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, it's big too. That's Ghost of the Shadowhunter Market by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Reese Britton, Maureen Johnson, Kelly Link, and Robin Wasserman. Ooh. And my battery's about to die. Okay, got my battery changed. Okay, so Ghost of the Shadowhunter Market. I think this is like I don't know that it's individual stories or how it's actually broken up, but let me just read what it says here, because this is a companion to all of the Shadowhunter books. It says, what secrets does the shadow market hold? The shadow market is a meeting point for fairies, werewolves, warlocks, and vampires. There, the downworlders buy and sell magical objects, make dark bargains, and whisper secrets they do not want the Nephilim to know. Through 2 centuries, however, there has been a frequent visitor to the shadow market from the City of Bones, the very heart of the Shadowhunter's world. As a silent brother, Brother Zachariah is a sworn keeper of the laws and lore of the Nephilim. But once he was a shadow hunter called Jim Carstairs, and his love, then and always, is the warlock Tessa Gray. And Jim is searching through the shadow markets in many different cities over long years for a relic from his past. Follow Jim and see, against the backdrop of the shadow market's dark dealings and festival, Anna Lightwood's doomed romance, Matthew Fairchild's great sin, and Tessa Gray as she is plunged into a world war. Valentine Morgenstern buys a soul at the market, and a young Jace Wayland's soul finds safe harbor. In the market is hidden a lost heir and a beloved ghost, and no one can save you once you've traded away your heart, not even Brother Zachariah. And I love being immersed in this world. And this is another big one. It's 607 pages, and I can't wait. I can't wait to read it. I love all these characters so much. I'm so excited for this. Also, I got a couple of boxes from Crate Joy. If you don't know, I am an affiliate with Crate Joy. I will make sure to link all of these boxes down in my description below. But they sent me a couple of boxes for me to show you. So if you are interested in any of them, make sure to click that link down below and check them out. If there's any discount codes, which sometimes there are, I think there is right now. But if there are any discounts, I'll make sure to put that in the description as well. So the first one I have here is Green Kid Crafts. And I'll make sure to put the price and all the information about the box down in the description if you want more, if you want to know more about it. But this one looks like so. It looks like it comes with a little magazine here. It says, in this magazine is DIY activities, science experiments, games, engineering challenges, and more. That's fun. There's like a little maze and stuff, little comics. Oh, and it says here, Green Kids Crafts was founded in 2009 with the vision of helping to raise the next generation of creative leaders. Like so many of the best children's products, Green Kid Crafts is a mother's invention created by a working mom, an environmental scientist whose personal experiences taught her how important it is for children to exercise creativity, develop a love of discovery, and learn about the world around them. Cute. And it comes with this little poster here that says, My Green Kids Craft Badges. And it says that here's a special way for you to track your adventures and learning with Green Kid Crafts. Each month you'll get a special badge to add to this map. Color the map to make it your own. You can even hang it on your wall. Fine. Oh, so there's like all kinds of little activities. So this one's air pressure experiments. It looks like you have 2 projects. There's the air scale and a magic cup. And then it comes with everything in the little baggie for it. Neat. And then we have rocket launch. Project 1 is space rockets. Project 2 is rubber rockets. Fun. Oh, this one's a big one. Okay, this is the model solar system. Oh, this is awesome. Xander and I can totally do these together. And then we've got a little cup here. I don't know if this is for any of the experiments or what, but little plastic cup. And then our badge is Rocket Scientist Expert. What a fun box. And this is really, really a good box for homeschoolers. So Xander and I will definitely do this. So thank you Crate Joy, and thank you Green Kid Crafts for sending me this box. Xander and I are really going to enjoy doing these projects together. Okay, so another box that Crate Joy sent me was Sanitarium, a Saturn Hills Asylum Mystery. It says the Deadbolt Mystery Society. And this looks like a super creepy box. Like, you see that? Ooh. Anyway, this is one of those mystery boxes where you have to like go and solve the puzzles and figure out, you know, who did what. And we open it up and it looks like this. So let's see what we got inside. There is a balloon. There's this collector card. It's a limited edition collector's card. It says Worrell is a fictional fantasy world that serves as the setting for the wildly popular game, The Wastelands of Worrell. Worrell is divided up into several different realms, each of which is ruled by a powerful overlord. The overlords battle for supremacy of Worrell, and only the strongest survive. Spellcasting and swordplay are the keys to success in Worrell, and only those who are mighty will triumph and escape banishment to the Wastelands. Okay, not really sure what that's about, but I'm sure it has to do with something in here. And then we've got a bunch of cards here that say The Wastelands of Worrell on the back. And then on the front we have things like, I guess, characters. Okay, so we got this guy. These are pretty cool looking. What's that say? It tells you how to calculate the overall rating. Okay. Not sure if this is a separate thing or as part of the mystery. I'm sure we'll find out. Okay, so then there's this stack of papers and stuff. So this one says, start here, and it tells you, you know, how to do all this, I guess. Some helpful hints, compare everything in your box to the content list, to the box you're working on, and make sure you have everything. Read everything. Our boxes are equal parts storytelling, puzzle solving, and good old-fashioned detective work. You never know when a detail, no matter how small, might be important. Look for things in the box that could feasibly connect to each other. See a strange symbol on more than one document in your box. Maybe they're used to suggest that those items fit together in some way. Our puzzles and the crucial pieces of information needed to solve them often fall into this category, so keep an eye peeled. Solve all the puzzles. This may seem like an obvious tip, but far too often we see that players try to finish our boxes without completing all the puzzles. The puzzles give crucial information needed to solve the case. In almost every instance, you will need the information that the solution reveals. And then it tells you like how to find hints if you need hints. Utilize other members of the society. They have a Facebook group. It says many of our boxes employ the use of QR codes. You can use it with your smartphone or whatever. It says QR codes and files might be password protected. In order to gain access to these files, the players will need to solve puzzles to complete other components within the box to reveal the password. Follow your instincts. The majority of each mystery is contained within the contents of the box. However, there are external components that appear at times that might warrant investigation. Websites, Facebook pages, email addresses, phone numbers, etc. As a Deadbolt detective, you must follow all leads. We have that little introduction there. And then we have a letter to the Will Street Detective Agency, which I guess tells us what the case is. This says, yesterday I heard from an old friend. She had recently taken a nursing job at Saturn Hills Asylum, one of my least favorite places. I knew she was working there, and I had made a mental note to contact her since she was practically working in my backyard. I just hadn't gotten around to it. Then out of the blue, I received a message from her and everything changed. The message was short, cryptic, and unexpected. It said, "You're the only one I can trust. The pathway to Worrell begins at my locker." I didn't know what it meant, and I wondered if perhaps she had sent it to me in error. They found her body a few hours later. She had been stabbed to death with a medical scalpel. I'm still in shock. I haven't spoken to my friend in quite a while, and I have no idea why she came to me. I have no idea what kind of trouble she might have gotten herself into. Everything is a mystery. The Will Street Detective Agency is very familiar with the asylum after solving the murder of the Judas Killer. Valley Falls Police Chief Millington thought we could be of some assistance and added us to the case without hesitation. He did it as a favor to me. Saturn Hills Asylum is one of the worst places I can think of to investigate, and yet here we are again. My only advice is to ignore the howling and wailing. It's as much a part of this place as the lithium and electroshock therapy. Eventually you learn to ignore it, mostly. I can't imagine why anyone would want to hurt such a sweet person, but someone obviously did. It's our job to find out who did this and why. Let's get to work. Benjamin. And I'm not going to read you all the different stuff, but I'll just show it to you. So we have this case brief here, a little letter chart, a QR code, another QR code, something that I can actually read the right way in this because it's backwards. I can't read it looking like this, but I can totally read it in my camera. Cool. Then we have our list of suspects, a map, which is the wastelands of Worrell, a business card, more suspects, what looks like a dry erase board with some names on it, from the desk of Dr. Norman Blackthorne, PhD. Then we have this interesting card here. Looks like a book cover maybe. The King in Yellow by Robert W. Chambers. Another thing from the desk of Dr. Norman Blackwell. We have an interview. Another QR code. And then there's instructions here for how to play, I guess, the Wastelands of Worrell War and the Wastelands of Worrell Clash. And it says that, note, this is not part of the investigation of Sanitarium from the Deadbolt Mystery Society. This is a bonus card game that you can continue to play after you've finished your investigation. The cards are part of the investigation of Sanitarium, but once again, this game is not part of the investigation. Then we have another interview, and that's everything. This seems like a lot of fun. I think this might be a cool, like, date night idea. Something Marty and I can do. Or a fun family activity, because I think Xander would be really interested in doing this as well and helping solve this puzzle. It kind of makes me think of, like, escape rooms kind of thing. And we love escape rooms. So again, thank you Crate Joy, and thank you the Deadbolt Mystery Society, or Sanitarium, for sending me this box. Looking forward to doing this one too. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Also, Xander just saw the other box and he was just like, that's so cool. So he's looking forward to doing those too. All right, well that's really all I have to catch up on with for now, because I haven't done really anything except for sleep since I've been home. So I guess I'll just talk to you later. Hey baby, I got some book mail. So I didn't order a huge amount, it just came in a really big box, but I'm excited. And then I got a little bookmark, because this is from Book Depository and they always send a cute little bookmark along with it. This one says, I'm reading from cover to cover, it takes pages. And there's a little thing on the back, it says, this month I read, and you fill in blank, and it says, written by blank. This is my brief review. Well, that's cool. So here's what the front looks like. Oh, I got it upside down. Here we go. That's what the front looks like. And that's the back. Neat. And then my books are actually inside this much smaller box here. Oh my goodness, the packaging on this thing. So we had the big box, and inside the big box was all of the bubble wrap. And inside the bubble wrap was another smaller box. And inside that box, this thing's wrapped in plastic. Okay, so this book purchase was inspired by Cody over at Cody's Book Corner. And I'll link her down in the description below. But she talks about these books all the time. She's doing part of this readathon where they're reading like a book every 2 months or something like that. And I've heard so much about these books and the show that goes along with them, and so I had to get them. And we have A Song of Ice and Fire, and it comes in this beautiful like leatherette kind of case, and these books are just gorgeous. They're a lot smaller than I expected too. They're like that, but they're these soft leather kind of material. Oh, the writing is so tiny. And the pages are so thin. Wow, this tiny little book is like 835 pages. It's like the freaking Bible, man. But they're beautiful, and they're gonna look great on my shelves. And I look forward to reading them. Oh, they're heavy. But yeah, just give you an idea of the size. I thought they were gonna be much bigger. All right, I see FedEx parked out in front of my house now, so I'm gonna go because I've got to go see what goodies I have coming next. I think it's my books from b.e.a. I can't wait. So it is about 1/4 till midnight on Sunday, June 9th. Yeah, I've been really bad at vlogging this week. For one, it was very hard to get back into, I guess, the groove of everything after b.e.a. and BookCon. It was just, I don't know. I was just off, I think, for a little while after I got back. And, well, I just didn't vlog. But I did read. I read a lot. So, I have boxes to show you. I have books to show you. So, let's start with the boxes that I got. So Cratejoy sent me a couple more boxes. So this is really gonna be like the vlog of unboxings. So hope you're enjoying them. If you're not, well, you can always skip past this part. But so I got sent the Chakra Box and the Unplugged Book Box, which I'm really excited for this one. So these were sent to me by Cratejoy to unbox for all of you to see. And I think I stated earlier in this vlog that I am a Cratejoy affiliate, and I have a link down in the description if you're interested in any of these boxes, and if there's any discount codes for anything, I will make sure to put that in the description as well. But let's just check out these boxes. So the first one we'll do is the Chakra Box. Okay, so opening it up, and it looks like this. I'll also make sure to include all the information about each of these boxes as well, like what they're about and how much they are. So on the back of this little paper that says Namaste, there's a little letter that says, "Greetings, dear one. If you're receiving this box, then you're on the path to some serious self-love. Good for you. You deserve every piece of it. Self-care has never been as important as it is in today's modern society. With all our gadgets and stress of this fast-paced world, we need to take the time to meditate, reflect, and just be. Chakra Box is ideal in assisting you in those necessary moments of peaceful meditation. Developing you time, it can lead to a more serene and tranquil life, something we all strive for. You and your well-being are worth it. Take a moment to look through all of the precious items included in your Earth Star Chakra Balancing Box. Aside from everything listed on the insert, you will also find a card with a yoga pose and an original guided meditation. Adding these to your daily or weekly practice along with all of your other magical items will assist you in balancing and connecting to your Earth Star Chakra. It is my sincere hope and wish that you continue on through the chakra series and find a deeper peace and balance that you may be seeking. So much love and light to you, dear one. Enjoy and gratitude, Stephanie Palmer, RA and curator of Chakra Box." Okay, so we have the little spoiler card here with everything in it. And a couple of business cards. Actually, a few more business cards. I guess they're for different things in the box. Oh no, this one is a chance for meditation. And there's a link to download 14 tracks for deep meditation. And a password code. Cool, so I'll put this up here if you want to try it out. Then we have this sticker here. Okay, so I guess this goes with the yoga pose. So that's cool. And then we've got lots of worms. Okay, so the first thing we have here is an essential oil. This is Tranquility. And this is by Awaken Essential Oils. And it says Tranquility, used to calm anxiety and release fears. Shake well and roll on pulse points. Breathe deep and enjoy. And this has organic jojoba and argan oil. And it's essential oils of sweet orange, clary sage, frankincense, patchouli, sweet marjoram, bergamot, melissa, sandalwood, ylang ylang, organic flower essence, loose strife, passion flower, St. John's wort, Virginia bluebells, poppy, and then gem essence of boji stone, black tourmaline, smoky quartz, jet, sacred geo essence, hexahedron. Okay. It's an interesting smell. So I get like I can smell like the sage, but also a little bit of the sweet, like with the sweet orange. Okay, so in this little bag here we have some beads and some stones. Okay, so here are the beads. An elasticy kind of thing. These are really nice. They're wooden beads. This says cedarwood mala. Mala beads have been worn for thousands of years in the traditions of Buddhism, Hinduism, and yoga. They are worn for their spiritual and healing qualities, as well as a tool for certain types of meditation. Hi, church. Okay, so we have 4 different kinds of stones here, and these are all just really, really pretty. Okay, so here is the first stone. And this says it's Mookaite Jasper Gemstone. The color of this stone ranges from creamy white to a deep red. Mookaite is quite stabilizing and may assist when in decision making of all sorts. Physically, Mookaite supports vitality and strength. It also facilitates connection to Earth's electromagnetic energy currents. Okay, next we have this really cool looking stone here. There we go. It's so shiny. So it's really cool looking. This is tree agate. Known as the stone to help healing the earth, tree agate fosters connection to universal energies and Mother Earth. It is also the stone of plenitude, promoting abundance. It opens and activates chakras while assisting in integrating the inner self with higher consciousness. Okay, next is this stone. Also very pretty. This is the stromatolite. The cyanobacteria that compose stromatolite were essential to evolution on Earth and have the potential to spark your own personal evolution. Stromatolite is extremely strong in earth energy, which stimulates growth, expansion, new beginnings, nourishment, and health. It enhances vitality and brings abundance. Stromatolite is a stone of transformation, assisting healing at an emotional level. Stromatolite gently removes blockages within the meridians and chakras. Oh, I was wrong. Earlier, this one that I said was the tree agate. This is actually the brown aragonite, and this is the tree agate, which is also so pretty with these green and white colors. What it says about this brown aragonite is truly a stone that embodies the earth. Aragonite is calming and centering, promoting patience and acceptance. It also aids concentration and restoring mental balance. It may relieve fear and pain while raising your overall vibration. Brown aragonite facilitates opening the inner gateways to the angelic realms. Hi, Katniss. Oh my gosh, Katniss is right here and Church was hanging on the back of the chair. I don't know. Next we got a piece of wood. Palo Santo, energetically cleansing and provides an uplifting scent that raises your vibration in preparation for meditation, allowing for a deeper connection to source, enhances creativity, and brings good fortune. Use a candle or lighter to ignite your stick of Palo Santo. Hold at a 45-degree angle, pointing the tip down toward the flame. Allow it to burn for half to 1 minute and then blow out. Move about your space to clear the energy, bring peace and clarity. When finished, place the stick in a fireproof bowl. Oh, it actually smells really good. It's like a sweet cinnamony kind of. It smells really good. I don't know. But, I mean, it just looks like a stick. I don't know. It smells good. Ooh, then there's this cool looking crystal here. What is this? Selenite wand. Used to remove energy blocks and in clearing your personal space and charging other crystals and gemstones. Selenite assists in mental clarity and expanding one's awareness. Selenite supports truth and honesty and can be placed in the 4 corners of your home for energy and EMF, electromagnetic frequency protection. Cool. This is a very cool looking crystal. Then we have some Earth Star Chakra Balance tea. Just some loose leaf tea. I don't know if the tea actually smells like this or what, but it smells like the Palo Santo stick. There's a lot of stuff in this little box. Okay, next is this Flower of Life Chakras Crystal Grid. Handmade from birchwood in Pennsylvania, a crystal grid is an arrangement of crystals on a specific geometric shape that focuses on the universal life force in a particular way for a particular purpose. Learn more about using your crystal grid in your additional email. So I guess they send you an email with all the stuff. There's one that looks like a YouTube play button. But it looks like this. And see, this one here totally looks like a YouTube play button. But I really like the little sticker on the back. This is by zenandmeow.com. And I mean, there is a cat. So, okay, then we have something wrapped up in tissue paper. And this is the last thing in the box. This is Sacred Space Purification and Ritual Smokeless Smudge Mist. May assist in clearing negative energy from your space, aura, and crystals, allowing positive vibes only. And it looks like this. Shake well and spray aura, body, or crystals. I'll put a little squirt on me. Oh, that smells good. A little spicy. A little sweet. Ooh, I like that. And one of the things in it is the Palo Santo. It's got other stuff like frankincense and things like that, but oh, I really like how this smells. Well, that's a pretty cool box. I don't know that I personally would use some of the things in here, but I know like the stones and stuff Becca or Xander would really like, and I'm totally into these and the crystal and the smelly good stick. So there's uses for a lot of things, and this is cool, and Xander would really love this. Okay, now on to the Unplugged Book Box, which I've actually seen unboxings for these before, so I'm really excited for this. And it looks like this. Okay, this is their Summer Solstice box. Create your own sunshine. Looks like that. And then this is also our little spoiler card and photo challenge. It comes wrapped in tissue paper with a cute little sticker on it. Let's open this up. Oh, worms. Okay, so the first thing I see is this little thing here. And oh my gosh, this is so cute. Okay, so it's a little heart. And this says, love is love is love. Perfect for June. This shower steamer is made exclusively for Unplugged Book Box by Bubble Princess. Cool. Okay, and then there's a little tiny wrapped thing. There's a star on the bottom. I mean, it's so cute. What do we have? Okay, this is really cool. So it's an enamel pen. I don't know if you can see the designs on there, but this says, in honor of Sarah's, co-owner of Unplugged, favorite season, we introduced our first collectible. Enamel pens have been highly requested, so here's the first of 3 pens. This one is inspired by Sarah's favorite Sailor Scouts from Sailor Moon. Neptune and Uranus, what a great pair. It's designed by Team Unplugged. I mean, this is a really cool looking pen. I like that a lot. Then we have the Gray wearing Frostberry and Flowers tea. And this is by Riddle's Tea Shop and Curiosities. And the card here says, Ronan from the Raven Cycle by Maggie Stiefvater was a Grey Warren, a supernatural entity that could bring things to life from dreams. Rowan was a tough character that had to find his own sunshine through his dreams, and Adam. This yummy caffeine-free tea was made exclusively for Unplugged by Riddle's Tea Shop. Then there's this cute little pouch that says Shine Bright in this like silver shiny font. This is by Novel Grounds. Super cute. I like that. Then we have a tub of sugar scrub by, I guess this is Typewriter Hearts, Pomegranate and Sass. Ooh, that smells really, really yummy. And it's white and just, I mean, it looks like, oh my gosh, it's so soft. I mean, it just looks like sugar. It smells so good though. Very, very fruity. There's a little thing here that tells the ingredients. It says pure cane sugar, almond and coconut oil, vitamin E oil, and hand blended essential oils. Vegan friendly and cruelty free. And it freaking smells amazing. Okay, next we have the book. And it's wrapped up. I always like when they take the time to wrap these or put them in something. And we have Like a Love Story by Abdi Naisman. And I've heard this is like a queer love story set in the 80s, I believe. Oh, there's stuff inside. Okay, so there is a signed book plate. Cool. And there is a letter. This is from the author. It says, Dear reader, the book you hold in your hands is the story I have been wanting to tell since I was a teenager myself. It's a deeply personal story about the power of love in the face of shame, fear, and injustice. Risa, Judy, and Art have lived inside me for so long, and now I share them with you with all of my heart and soul. And, oh yes, this is about being gay in the 80s when there's media images of men dying from AIDS all over the place. And the book is like a light gray, and then the font is this very nice pink. One of the things that's really cool about the Unplugged Book Box is you get this little card with a playlist that goes with your story. So there is a Spotify list, create your own sunshine. It says click the camera in the search bar and scan this little code. But yeah, we have an interesting array of music. Theme songs for your story, bonus track, We Will Rock You by Queen. And then there's also, I don't know if it's the same every month or if they do something different. Like this time it's a recipe and some other times I think it's other stuff. I'm not entirely sure. But this one has a recipe. It's Simon & Blue's Oreo Smoothie. Simon & Blue of Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda bonded over their shared love of Oreos. They certainly created their own sunshine through the adversity they faced at school. Enjoy this high-protein, frozen treat that is packed with vision-supporting vitamin A, cancer-preventing vitamin D, and folate. And it even tells you, like, It tells you the ingredients, the instructions, even the macros. Here it is if you want it. And here's the playlist if you want that. Okay. And then the card for July is stars are only visible in darkness. Ooh. And there's an unplugged book announcement, or unplugged book box announcement. Mystery boxes available in our shop now. Cool. And that is everything in this box. Okay, let me put all this away and then I can tell you about the books I've completed this week and, well, what I'm still reading. Alright, sorry if there is an angle change, but my battery died. So, I've read quite a bit and haven't told you really about any of it this week or last week. So on June 1st, I continued with my buddy read with Ryan of the Dollanger series, and we are currently on book 2, which is Petals in the Wind, and I'm unfortunately still listening to the terrible quality audiobooks because I haven't found that particular book in all of my boxes yet. But we've read through chapter 8, or I'm supposed to have read through chapter 9 today, but I haven't gotten there yet. But I'm through chapter 8 at this point, which is 23% of the book. Also, I am buddy reading with Zara, Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett, and this week we're only doing the prologue in chapter 1. We're going to do like a couple of chapters a week, just because we both have a lot of other books we're reading at the same time, and this is a massive book, like over 1,000 pages. Almost 1,000 pages. 983 pages. So yes, I'm currently on page 86 of this, and I'll read another big chunk, like to here, next week. And Marty and I have been listening to Ruins, which is the third book in the Partial series by Dan Wells. And we're currently at 22% of that and enjoying it. Xander and I have been reading My Life After Now by Jessica Verdi. Okay, this is not typically a book for young children, and he may be a little young for this, but maybe not. So this book is about a girl who, well, everything seems to go wrong for her, and her boyfriend breaks up with her, and, well, he cheats on her first and then breaks up with her, and just everything seems to be going wrong, and she just wants to forget about everything and just be somebody other than herself for one night. And her friends go out to a bar, they get drunk, she ends up going home with some random person, and she contracts HIV. And this is really her coming to terms with all of that, and, well, her life after now. Her life after she's found out, and how she's dealing with it, and how she's letting everybody know what's going on, and well, and her finding out and everything. Just the consequences of her actions and how to deal with them. And this is not the typical book that Xander and I would read together. This was actually a book that I was just going to read myself, but Xander and I didn't have anything planned for reading, and he's still here, and he's supposed to already have been at his grandparents' house, and he wanted us to continue a story, so I decided to let him choose one of the books that I was already intending on reading, and he chose this one. But I'm actually glad that we've been reading it together, because it has spurred really good conversations about safe sex and all of that kind of stuff. And I've never been one to shy away from those kind of topics with my kids, and I've been talking to them about this kind of stuff ever since they were really little, when we talked about good touch and bad touch and things like that, and just kind of giving them more information as they get older and are more capable of handling more information. And so this has started good conversations with Sander about a lot of this kind of stuff. So I think reading it with him was not a bad choice. But granted, it would not be for all kids. Anyway, we are currently on page 159 of this, so a little bit over halfway. And I'm hoping that we can maybe finish this next week. Okay, so something I started forever ago. Actually, I started reading this back in March, I think, when we were at Universal Studios, and I was hooked. I was loving this book, and I didn't stop loving it, but I ended up having to put it down because of readathons or whatever, and it just kind of kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, and occasionally I'd forget about it and, you know, that it was not finished. And I saw it sitting there when I was like picking out what to read while in New York, or like on my way there and stuff. So I took it with me to New York, and I was reading it on the way there and on the way back, and I finished Internment by Samira Ahmed. I really loved this book. It was so hard hitting, and oh my gosh, like I was hooked on this book by page 2 for one. That was just like, it grabbed me right away, and I was in it the entire time. So this is about a Muslim girl who is American, and her whole family is American. But the president in this book, a president that likes to tweet, he has created an internment camp and has gathered up all of the Muslim families and puts them in these internment camps. And it's really about a resistance and about rising up and not standing for this. And the public didn't like this either, and there were protesters, and it was just really good. And when I was reading the author's note in the end, which I don't always do, but sometimes I do, this one I did because I really like the book. And when I really like the book, sometimes I just want more, and so I'll read what the author has to say. And it was just really impactful, talking about the American government's zero tolerance border policy has literally torn children from their parents' arms as they attempt to cross into America for a better life, many seeking asylum and running from danger. As of July 2018, 3,700 children who have been forcibly separated from their parents are being held in tender age shelters, often caged. And then there's another part where it says, America is a nation, yes, but it is also an idea based on a creed. I hold these truths to be self-evident, that the concept of our nation is neither musty nor static, that it is malleable, that every day we can shape it and stretch it to form a more perfect, inclusive union. America is us. America is ours. It is worth fighting for. And I just, oh, I felt that so much. I gave this 5 stars. It was really good. I highly recommend it. Also, last week, just a little bit, I listened to the audiobook of Please Ignore Vera Dietz by A.S. King, and this week I managed to finish it because I didn't really read a whole lot last week while I was in New York because, well, I was busy with all of my New York stuff. But I did start this last week and listen to it a little on the bus while I was going from the airport to my hotel. This is about a girl named Vera who, her best friend and boy that she was essentially in love with has died, and he's being framed for a crime that she knows he didn't commit, but he's dead and can't defend himself. And she's haunted by all of her memories of him, and also by the fact that her mother has left her and her father, and she's still dealing with those issues and can't seem to come to terms with all the stuff about Charlie, her best friend. This is also a really good book. It was interesting because she talks a lot about seeing 1,000 Charlies and talking to Charlie and things like that, and we don't know if he's actually haunting her and communicating with her. There are times when it just seems like she's a little crazy, but then there are other times that it seems like he actually is communicating with her. Also, there is this landmark called the pagoda, and we actually get a little bit of perspective from the pagoda, which I thought was pretty funny. So I don't know, I think I give this book 3.5. And then also, literally just half an hour ago maybe, right before I started filming this, I finished Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston, and I love this book. It was funny, it was emotional, it was so good. So it's about the first son, Alex Claremont Diaz, and the Prince of England, Prince Henry, and well, they get into a bit of a fight, cause a big scene, and well, both of their countries are pretty much like, oh, y'all got to like make friends. We're gonna do this whole PR thing and y'all are gonna act like you're the best friends ever, and that it was just an accident and it was all in good fun. Oops, that's it. And well, this friendship ends up developing into so much more, and we learn that Prince Henry is gay, and well, seems Alex is bi, and he's learning this for himself for the first time. And it's such a cute story, and it's so sweet. But of course, you know, there's going to be issues because, well, for one, the president's son and the prince, there's definitely going to be drama. I mean, can you say sex scandal? But there's so much humor in this. There's so much sweetness in this. And I give this 5 stars. I loved it. Highly recommend this one too. Okay, so I don't know if this vlog's gonna be long from all the unboxings or if it's just gonna be really short because I didn't do a whole lot of days. But I hope you guys still enjoyed it. And if you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you.